Doc say anything? I can't hear him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now,
Yeah.
sir. Perfect. We are here. We are live. We are good to go. How's everybody doing?
Yay. Woo
Hey,
woo.
yay. Woo woo. Let's go. It is Thursday. It is that time. So we are here. Things have been a little chaotic in the world of Zion as of late, but they've started to calm down in certain ways. So we return. When last we met, you all had spoken with Oakborn. He advised that they had a plan on how to deal with this. They'd be monitoring things. They've mobilized. They're going to utilize this information to hopefully thwart whatever could be coming. But the most important thing for you all would be to get some rest because they would very much need your assistance in a couple of days should you choose to accompany them to the summit. At which point they plan to stage a large coup to essentially overthrow a world government, the unified world government of Utera. But Annalise, in her years of working towards uncovering all of the corruption and all of the things plaguing Utera, she had left you with a parting gift before she left, with all the information, all of the dirt, all of the juice on everybody that she's ever surveilled, studied, or tried to get any sort of information on. But now it was in your hands, and the plan was set. But you have a little bit of time until then. And now that you have kind of went your separate ways now, the day is over. Doc has returned home. Rachel, you have returned to the log and taken Ruse with you so that she could gather her ship with Barry. And at this point, all of you have went your separate ways. So, with that being said, with whoever would like to go first, the floor is open.
Someone else can go first. I'm writing something real quick.
Doc, what you up to?
Making a simulacrum. So
Word.
I'm gonna gather some water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not making a
I'm pulling
simulacrum,
up
nigga. You making
pages.
a simulacrum, nigga.
I'm pulling up pages, nigga. Calm the
Oh,
fuck down.
you give us a little bit of the ooh, give us some of that, fill in that space for noise. That way we know you're still thinking. Just fucking
All right. I'm gonna fill the tub up with water, and then I'm gonna clip my fingernails and drop it down in the water. And as they start to sink and get about halfway, I'm gonna reach down and touch the water and freeze it.
okay. As you reach down and a simple cantrip would do as you cast chill touch and your hand touches and it is all of the water in the tub eventually freezes solid.
And then I'm gonna oh shit, I forgot. I gotta sprinkle the ruby dust in there too. And then I'm gonna just slowly start using my magic to kind of carve the ice out into like a little statue of me.
Okay, go ahead and make a. Let's just go ahead and make a dexterity check to see how well it looks like looks like you when it's all said and done. The spell is what the spell is, but I'm not sure if you ever went to,
Natural fucking 20.
natural 20. As you begin to chip away at the ice and start to carve out what looks like a literal, it's yourself that you start to carve out this humanoid form laying in this tub, as if it was somebody actually relaxing in the tub. And by the time you're done, it's not a mirror image of yourself, but your proportions are correct. The angles are there. Your general shape, it, for all intents and purposes, looks like a ice silhouette of yourself.
This process is going to take 12 hours.
Hmm. So that alone took you several hours to complete. So, with that being said, we'll continue on as you are chipping away at this ice, slowly making it turn into the form of yourself. What's everyone else doing?
You still writing?
Yeah.
Rip.
I can
All
stop
right.
if you want me to go next, but you can go if you want to.
That's all right. I ain't doing much because we go tomorrow to see nobody. Correct.
Yeah.
And it's like midday today, so we got like a little over a day to hang out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
What
sit
time are
up
we
in my shit.
meeting him? It was going to be like at night, right?
Yeah, you said the same time and
We didn't
conditions or
really have
whatever.
a time.
So
It was just kind of that night. That's why I'm asking.
I thought it was like 9, 10 o'clock. You said at night on Saturday. Could just be night. I don't know.
How
It's
long is the
supposed
flight?
from here. I mean, Dexo is just a few hours away in the flea for sure. Maybe, I mean, no, we got there like 2 hours last time, I think, in the flea.
Okay.
I'd say the fleet now with its upgrades and my piloting upgrades, because I can now make the trip between worlds in 1 hour, which
Hmm.
means it's sub 1 hour to get to EXO now.
Yeah.
I'm a better pilot than the last time we went, so we'll be there even quicker. And he said he'll call us what, an hour beforehand, right?
Hmm.
So really, we could leave here after he calls us. I figured we'd go up there in advance, but we'll go out there like 8 o'clock. Anyways, Rachel is hanging out aboard the quiet log for a while,
Okay.
contemplating, looking at his new bow, hanging out in his ship, thinking about the last few days.
What are you doing, Bruce?
Um, well, at this point, I have, let's see, we were on the log. I got changed into my Voshran clothes, grabbed my cloak from the clinic or the med bay, and grabbed my ship. And then we are headed back down immediately to the market.
Okay. Barry has, though, you're like, it's cool. He's very much still his casual, his comfortable clothes, his not going out is still his regular kind of uniform as kind of like all blacked out kind of attire. But he's not wearing any plates or anything like that, just his kind of fatigues as you all make your way down the large lift down into the market de below. Are you going to the black root market of the tree, or are you going to just the exterior, markets here?
Probably just one of the exterior markets. I'm looking for a seamstress.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check to see how long you guys are traveling throughout.
Mm, that's not good. 11.
11. Okay. You guys are kind of hanging out for about an hour or so, and eventually you are able to find what looks to be some sort of tailor shop. There's just a large, massive wooden spool, three-dimensional, like an actual, like, giant, just replica of a spool with thick, kind of like hempen rope wound around it as though it was thread. No sign that says a name, just that symbol, just that large iconography to tell you that this might be what you're looking for.
Okay. Well, cloak in hand, I nudge Barry and say, I'm going to stop in here real quick. Push the door open, take a few steps in, look around.
You go in. It is a tailor shop. It looks to be less of a place where people go to buy things, but more of a place where people go to have things created, altered, things like that. And so there
Oh,
are
promising.
mannequins. There are little things of, wrapped around them. There are a couple of pieces that are staged here and there that look like maybe something that the purveyor of this shop has done themselves and have put out now to be bought. But you see that there is a large, rotund woman, very, very fat. She is a Wavolden woman. You actually haven't seen many Wavolden women thus far being in Ederdome, but here is one of the few that you've seen, and she is very large. But she has a large apron, very, very kind of flowery clothes, and she just kind of looks up. "Oh, give me just a minute, child. I'll be with you in just a moment. I just gotta finish a couple of these stitches here." And you can see she's in the middle of, there's a dress on a mannequin that she is actively going at it with a needle and thread.
All right. Side note, she'd probably get done a lot faster if she had nimble fingers.
Now, she's not a raccoon, and she's fat with big old chunky fingers. So, but a little bit of time passes. She eventually finishes, and she comes up. Well, thank you, child. What can I do for you? What brings you in today?
Well, I set my cloak up on her little counter. She is a counter.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Set my cloak up and go, well, I have a very special invisibility cloak here, and it's been ripped and no longer functions.
She kind of like waddles herself up into her chair and hear her kind of grunt a couple times. She sits down. She kind of grabs it. She lifts it up, and there's a big giant tear down the center of it. It's very obviously been, destroyed quite a bit. She's looking at, ooh, child, what'd you do here? You get caught in the bramble bush?
Something of the sort.
Mm. Well, and she pulls out she reaches in like a drawer and she pulls out this monocle like thing, but it's on like a rod, and you see her look at it. Make a perception check. Make a perception check with disadvantage, or just a regular Arcana check.
That's lame, but okay. Disadvantage? Boo. I still have great perception though, so it's 15.
Right, not bad. You see as she puts it up to her eye and she looks at the cloth, you suddenly see a little bit of a kind of a little bit of a red tint, almost like it looks almost as if it was the glint, the reflection of the lens as like some light hit it and it is kind of washed over. But you notice that the lens is clear, this regular clear, but the glint is like a little red flash. She looks at it. Well, she's still got a little bit of that latent energy still within us. So, ah, it's going to take me probably a day or two to make sure I get everything right, though. I mean, it's obviously somebody didn't stitch the magic into it. It was placed there after the fact. So I'm gonna have to try to hold on to what little energy she's got left just to make sure she still works. So,
That's perfectly fine. I completely understand. It's very
well,
appreciated.
you give me a couple days, little girl, and you come back here probably. I'll say start of the week. You come back. I should have her done.
What day is it?
It's right now. It's Fridas, so it's Friday.
Okay, so a couple days is 3 days.
Yeah, a few days. She said start of the week.
All right, that's fine. Okay, sounds like a plan.
And she takes it. She kind of turns. She puts a little tag on it, and she puts it on a rack. Well, turn around. You need anything else? My shop's open to you. I got plenty of. I got I got my catalog over there. If you want to look at some of the patterns I have available. Otherwise,
Well,
whatever you need.
I am in a bit of a time crunch at the moment, but when I come back to pick it up, I will definitely peruse.
All righty. You have a good day now.
Thank you so much. Walk out the shop.
Barry, whenever you went in, he kind of actually hung back outside, and you were only in there for a few minutes, and you come back, and he's like, "Get everything done."
Well, I got to come back in a few days, but should be fixed by then.
Good. Well, where to now?
You ready to see where I grew up? Well, didn't grow up. See where I was born, I guess.
Sure. Lead the way.
All right. I'll grab his hand and haul him back to the ship.
You all make your way back to the ship, eventually climbing in. Oh, sorry. Scratch my eye. My eyeball. All right. You make your way back to the ship, eventually climbing in as you take off and you head towards the rolling hills of. I want to pull up my map because I didn't forgot the name.
I did too.
It's all good. I got it right here. You're going. Yeah, Ludia. Actually,
That's right.
the
Oh, I have
village
it
of
written on my
Ludia.
sheet too. I forgot.
So as you all begin to make your way over to the western rolling hills, Doc, for you, time has passed. You've been working on this statue. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, so as you all begin to make your way to Ludia, Doc, you are chiseling out this statuette. You've been at it for a couple of hours now. It's large. It's takes time to carve something out, but with that natural 20, you are able to get the right proportions as the body slowly begins to come into shape. Go ahead and describe to me how you would like to continue molding and shaping and producing this spell.
Once I get the general, body made out,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start to meditate by it and just pour my energy into it and let
Okay.
that finish out the details and let it absorb a portion of my essence.
Okay. Real quick. Just gonna read
Come in,
something.
Doc's just sitting on a stool and fucking next to a tub with an ice picture, with an ice sculpture of himself.
Is the bathroom, there's a door that has been erected and there's a latch. Is it latched?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd went in there and locked that bitch.
All
I would
right.
I would have told them that I'm gonna be in there for a while. I have something very important to do.
I have some very important business to attend to. I had to have a meeting, dog. It's time to have a sit down. Um, with that being said, you continue as you begin to pour your own unearthly essence in certain ways into this figure. Rachel, you're sitting aboard the log, is kind of taking in a moment all to yourself.
Right.
As time passes, is there anything you would like to do eventually, or how long
Uh,
would you say that you stay in your ship just kind of to yourself?
uh, so I'm hanging out. I'm probably gonna sit there for like 15 minutes to half an hour, just kind of sitting there. And then I'm gonna kind of get up and walk around, go to my room, my little office. Um, I text you, but can I check my email? Because I had gotten an email back about, I think, the thing Doc is making that I had put on the black market, but then things
Sorry,
happen
hey,
like
real quick, man.
kidnappings and
Sorry,
whatnot.
1 second. You got to give me a second. 1 second. Okay. Say what now?
I'm gonna check my email. If you recall, before the kidnapping and all of that stuff took place, I had put out requisitions for items on the black market, and you told me that I had response.
Yes. And what was refresh my memory? Just because it's been a minute. What refresh my memory on what that item was?
There were two things that I put out. One was the thing. It's the simulacrum item thing. Doc, it's what's his name?
Pumat.
Pumat Soul. Thank you. It was the Pumat Soul item that you and Doc talked about. He asked me to look for, which is the thing he's making now, which is part of what reminds me. The other one were guns that I were gonna get, but either way, I don't need those anymore. But either way, I'm gonna check my email.
Okay. You do have a couple of responses. One, someone has found. They believe someone responds that they might have a contact that may have the more occult item that you're looking for.
Ooh.
They've given you a location. It's on a nearby world. It's on an off planet, a mining world off closer to Utera. It's a roving. It's not even a. It's say what? Go ahead. You broke up on me a little bit.
You a robot? I can't.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
What about now?
Hello.
Yellow.
Okay. Say something.
We good?
Yeah. Okay. You're back.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. You were
So
just getting robotic.
you did too at the same time. So what was your last question?
Oh no. I heard that it was on a
Yeah,
nearby
you're right.
subplanet that's a
So it's
mining
yeah,
facility,
there's
and
a
something about Utera. is what I asked.
Yeah,
It's
closer to
closer to
it's
Utera, or
close.
what did you say?
It's
Okay.
within Uterran controlled space. But it
Mm,
is a kind of an off world. It's not actually on planet. It's one of their outer worlds. But it's within their controlled planetary space, controlled space, not planetary space, but controlled space.
okay.
And there's somebody that may be on Egerdome within the up north, the Wavolden village of Wolarctis. There's a smuggler that comes in and out of there constantly, taking out a lot of wares because they have a big business up there where they take Uterran arms, retrofit them to be more better used in in Voshran hands. And so they
Okay.
have a big trading thing up there. You might be able to find the weapons that you were looking for.
All right. So they point me to Volterra. Is
Mm-hmm.
that the one you said?
Wolarctis.
Volterra.
Wolarctis up north.
Volarctis. Ugh, okay, Volarctis up north for weapons. And what is the name of this subplanet?
It's actually Alpha Niner Lima. 770.
It doesn't. Oh,
Yeah, you Terrans suck.
it doesn't. Does it say Apollo? No, almost. Okay. Okay. I'm probably gonna call it Apollo.
Okay, that's fine.
Subplanet Apollo. Nice. Um, okay. My next question is, do I know anything about Apollo, subplanet Apollo? Specifically, if there's anything to hunt, like wildlife wise, on Apollo.
There is not actually. This particular planet is more of a barren, lifeless kind of like just one of those kind of like rocks, and it's just used for ore mining. But they've
Okay.
got a large large settlement there that does a lot of it's where it's on the outer rim of Uterran space. You've actually heard of this place. You've probably been there a couple times. Lots of goods that aren't supposed to come out that are supposed to have be on the manifest often end up on somebody else's manifest. That kind of outer rim place.
Got you. Hmm. I'm gonna share a link with Doc on my communicator. The link of the picture. And like, might, or not might, but have a lead on your item.
I would say as you pour your energy into this right now, Doc, you probably don't feel your phone buzz.
No, I don't even have it on me.
So as you continue on, you do have that message awaiting on you. Just keep that in mind when you do happen to look at your phone next.
And then, oh,
No, go ahead.
I was saying, then after that, I'm gonna putt around the ship for another half hour or so before I am going to get aboard the flea with my beautiful little rabbits, and we are going to head back down planet side to my tree where I live, and I'm gonna stop by my market and pick up a few bundle of arrows.
Okay. Okay. How many arrows do you like? They are a gold per 10. I'm sorry, gold per 20.
Oh, I would like to ask the Fletcher if he
Unless they have
has
some, yeah, I would say you want some good arrows.
200, 2,000. If he's got 2,000 regular arrows, it'd be 100 gold, right?
Hmm.
If he has them. I'm interested in just like a huge stockpile of standard arrows, and then yes, secondly,
Do you find
good sir.
You
Do
find
you market any magic arrows?
how many regular arrows you say you're trying to get?
I was gonna say like 100 gold. 'Cause I just want to buy a stockpile and put on my ship like I have of my energy cores. So like 100 gold's worth is 2,000 arrows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a starting point. If he's got
So
2,000 arrows,
he can get you as you get. Well, I can get you
uh-huh.
1,000 right now. If you want to give me about a week or so, I can get the rest of them made up for you. It's going to take a little bit.
You
That's
know
good.
what? That's all right. I will say I give you 50 gold for the 1,000 right now, and
Perfect. Perfect.
that's plenty.
Now you say you're looking for a little bit of a little high speed arrows, right?
Oh yeah, I'm very interested in what kind of high speed arrows you have on market for
Well,
sale to offer me.
I do have these broadheads. They are a carbonate alloy. It's actually an import that comes from Utera. We mix it with some of our iron down here. It makes it really, really light, but a very hard punch to it. These are running right now about 10 gold per 10, and it's going to give you +1 to the damage on any attack with them. But I do have a couple of I like to call them crowd control tips, if you will.
Okay,
I
please
got
tell me
I,
more.
Well, I got three types right now. I've been working around with. One, a buddy of mine's been working on a concoction. It's they call. It's a little play on Uterran tear gas, except we like they had a little bit of a nerve aspect to it. So one little cloud of this in about a 20-foot radius, whatever's standing there won't be moving for at least a little while.
Oh,
They'll be just fine, but they won't be able to
right,
move.
right.
But
I like this idea.
I do have some standard just gas versions. Oh, sorry, the cloud version, just so make a quick getaway. Sometimes you need just a little bit of smoke. So I have my smoke tips, but I also have now these I am not gonna lie, I've been a little bit reluctant to give away to the regular clientele, but what are you wearing right now?
I have not changed, so I'm still wearing my regular armor, my fatigues underneath. You know what I'm saying? My uniform, basically.
Well, he would see, he goes, well, I could see that you're with the Vajrium. So I've actually been I've been working on these at request. So you might want to be careful with these. And he actually pulls out an arrow and he puts it down, and you see that the arrow is like a standard arrow, but it's like a almost like a very light alloy, very flexible, hard, almost metal shaft. Kind of it's still natural fletching, but the tip of it is actually a odd kind of point that's doesn't look like it's meant obviously for puncture, but behind it is a what looks to be a some sort of maybe glass or crystalline vial attached to it, and in it there
Oh,
is no empty space. It's the liquid fills it all, but it almost looks like a lava lamp. And
okay.
he says, "We you Terrans call it napalm, or they like to call it sticky fire."
Oh, okay. I've
Now,
seen this Uterran napalm. There's sticky fire.
well, this has got about a 25-foot radius, and anything caught within it's going to be showered with the hot magma, if you will. It's going to be. I've seen it. I've seen it used on dummies, and I can't say I'd even wish this on my worst enemy.
Yeah, I understand. I've seen it used not on dummies.
Yeah. Though I can't see
Huh.
how it could be used in applications. So,
Yeah. Those horrible creatures, those Uterrans, they do make useful weapons of fucking horrible quality. Can't beat them. Make the best weapons.
yeah, I
So,
mean, if it weren't for the three, I swear I tell you, I'd be another man.
I hear that, brother. All right. How much a bundle of 20 for smoke, and how much bundle of 20 for man's sticky fire?
Well, the I can get you the smoke for a gold apiece, so we'll give you 20 on that. But the napalm, it is a special requisition by Vodrium. I'll give you their price. I'll give you 15 15 a pop on them.
15 per
15
arrow.
15 an arrow for the napalm arrows. Yeah, those take me about a day. It takes me about a day to concoct about two or three of them at a time. So these are
How much
hard
for
to
the
make.
smoke one?
The smoke are just a gold apiece.
A gold a piece. Okay.
20 gold for the smoke and 15 apiece for each of the napalm.
I gave him, okay, so that's 20. I paid 50, 70.
Mm-hmm.
Guess give me, oh, wait. Oh, all right, let's do some math. Give me 8 arrows. Will be 120 gold.
Okay. Plus the 70. So you're at 190.
Tell him I'll give him 200 for 10 of the arrows. So basically, knock down. What do you say? It's 5 gold, 20 gold. You're giving me 5 gold discount on one arrow and one arrow for free. If he'll give me 10, 20, and the 1,000 other arrows I bought for 200. What do you say, good sir?
Make a
As
persuasion
I
check with
finish doing my math on a
go,
leaf.
go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage because of your rank in the Vodrium.
Oh yeah. Oh, with advantage, so we're gonna be fine. Oh yeah, way better. The first one was a 3. Persuasion.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Huge 3 for 18.
18. He goes, all right, 200. I get you wrapped up here together. Just give me a moment. Now, you just want you want these bulk arrows kept in crates or?
Yes, if you've got crate for those bulk arrows, please and thank you. Just leave them crated up, because I'm gonna load them up and keep them in storage. Obviously, I'm not using them all at once. Uh, also, do you sell quivers?
Yeah, absolutely. I got a couple of things. Are you looking? It really just depends on capacity and quality of build.
I'm looking for high capacity,
Well, the
quality build.
largest that I carry right now, I've got a 40 arrow quiver right now. Um, it's a Kevlar weave. It's going to run you about 25 gold.
All right. I need one for my back and one for my hip.
All right, the one for your hip, you want one
Um,
full size? You want one with a little bit of a small capacity, more low profile?
lower profile. So about 20, about normal half size will do.
Perfect, perfect. I got a 20 banger right here. I'm just gonna run you probably. I mean, yeah, it's small size, a little bit lighter weight. I go ahead and give it to you for 10.
All right. 35 more for the pair. All right. 235, sir. I'm gonna pull out my gold bag, sort them together,
All right.
and discuss details. Bill, you drop this off at my ship nearby. Can you send those crates over
Yeah,
my fleet?
I got a couple boys I can call up. We'll get you squared away.
Beautiful. I'll take the specialty arrows and fill the rest right now, though, and then you can take all the other crates
Absolutely,
if you don't
absolutely.
mind, sir.
And he actually packs up the you see that he packs up like the smoke arrows. He kind of puts them in like a little crate that's kind of got like some straw in it just to make sure they're not getting burst or anything like that, or broken. But um the napalm arrows, he takes in each and wraps each one in like a very thick leather kind of sheet, and then puts them also in like um a similar crate, but he only layers them like one at a time, and then lays like something in between them. You can definitely tell he's taking a very much careful precautions to make sure nothing happens to these in transit. But then he kind of sits them up on the counter for you.
Beautiful. All
Well, I
right.
appreciate your
Well, sir,
patience. I'm glad I could do my assistance to the war effort, and just give us about an hour or so, and you should have everything loaded down in your ship.
perfect. I appreciate your time, sir, and your quality products. You have a great evening.
Hmm.
I'll see you next time I'm in tree.
He gives
I'm
you
gonna
a
take my
nod.
crates and I'm gonna head on out, take my stuff, put it back
Where
on
you
my
headed
ship, and
now?
then I'm gonna wander around. I'm gonna wander around market until they load me up. Kill some
All right.
time. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at odds and end accessories, nothing in particular until I'm loaded up.
Gotcha. All right. Ruse, coming back to you. What are you doing right now? As you guys have made your way, you've gotten a meal along the way in the Vashran town. It's weird as he has looked at the food. Lots of insects, lots of fruits and vegetables and berries and nuts. And though there are some animal products, it's a lot of reptile is served here in the trees amongst Voshran society. Frog legs, grilled snake, things like that. You don't really ever see any mammalian meat on the menu, but there is definitely a lot of reptile and amphibians on a lot of reptiles and amphibians on the menu. So he actually like takes one of there's a large odd thing that kind of looks like a tail, but it's very short and stubby. He's like, huh, sure, it tastes just like gator. Huh. But eventually you will find your way to Ludian. The sun beginning to lower in the afternoon. Not quite to where it's getting late, but you can definitely tell the time of day is beginning to shift. But over the distance within the warm sunlight, you see the rolling hills. And you see in the time that you've been gone, there's one or two other homes that look like the construction might have began on the early stages. But you get that little bit of a hint that maybe seeing you rebuilding your home may have inspired someone else to come back and reclaim what was lost. But as you approach your lot, you see there are people standing on the roof, a couple of Vajra handing something up to each other, a couple others walking around, a few little like odd vehicles kind of parked out. But you're surprised to see that the walls on the outside, timbered, surfaced, stained. There's still a lot of bare dirt where it looks like things have been excavated and flattened and, just kind of redone. But as you begin to approach, you see that it looks like it's probably about 80% done.
Oh, wow. I
And you
didn't think
see,
they'd be this far along.
and it looks like how you imagined it, how you told them that you wanted to make it, but very Voshran. Very, but also those elements that remind you of the place that also shaped you. As you can see that even amongst no matter who you are, when things are created by out of wood, there's many similarities.
Are you done now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As I said. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was going to be this complete already.
Oh, now you want me to talk? Okay. um,
It burns.
no, he actually doesn't respond. He's kind of looking out, like more. You see him actually not necessarily like in awe, but he's doesn't respond because he didn't hear you. But he's kind of like looking out the window a lot. He's seen things like this at back, you know, where to him still kind of home is, but this just looks different. There are no paved roads leading to things. None of this. It looks like a almost looks like a scene plucked out of a storybook. And so that's kind of like what he's kind of really paying attention to, seeing the tree, the massive trees in the distance of the home trees and the elder tree, the elder roots and the home tree itself, and then looking at these rolling hills as you guys begin to make your approach.
I reach over, grab his hand, give it a little squeeze, trying to get his attention.
He kind of looks at you, kind of almost like shaking out of it a little bit. It's like, wow, this place really is different, huh?
I smile real big at him and I go, "This is just the beginning." And as we land, like, you ready?
He's kind of smiles. Sure.
I open it up, hop on out, wait for him to join me, and then start walking towards the house. Go, what do you think?
As you're looking around at it, again, like you saw now, there's much still to be done, but they're at the detailing part now. The things that needed to be done to make it into a potential home again, that's all been done. Now they're on the finishing touches, the things that give it that accent, that character, that make it actually now a house. And you can see the various people walking around, and he just kind of looks around. You see almost that, like, he almost seems like he's torn in a way, as your natural perception kind of catches up on a little bit. He's like bouncing between a facial expression that looks like, "Oh wow, this is crazy," but also like the natural instinct of y'all better be doing a good job, even though like he doesn't know where that feeling comes from. Just kind of like seeing it and knowing that this is yours. And so he's just like, wow, they did this in how long?
Um, I guess it's been a little over a couple weeks.
Jeez. You'd be lucky to get this far in a couple of years back on you, Tara.
This place, I I don't know. I can't really say that anywhere in particular is home, but this place is starting to feel like it could be.
You kind of see him kind of pause for a second as he kind of looks around. He's like, I don't know if that's actually a thought I've ever really thought. At least not in a long time.
Having a home.
Yeah. I guess that's the word for it.
Well, I've never had one place be home, but the only home I ever had was you. So this is a little new, but it's technically my parents' house. I want to bring them home.
And he kind of turns and looks at you and he smiles a little bit. And you see he kind of puts his head down in a way that's like there's a sadness about it, but it's not so much of like really, really sad, but it's kind of like actually make an insight check.
14.
14. You sort of get a little bit of the sense that that this is a lot to take in. You sort of get the sense that it's almost like that face of someone who feels like they missed something. Something like when you went to the movies, but you had to go to the bathroom during that pivotal scene. But that pivotal scene actually, was really, really detrimental to you. Like in a way that you missed that detrimental scene of life.
Hmm. I might build my own house someday whenever I can figure out where I want it to be.
He kind of looks around and he goes, hmm. You almost feel like a sudden change. Not really a sudden change, but this place kind of has a little bit of an effect on people. And he's kind of puts his hands on his hips as he looks at the house and people walking by. He goes, "I want a pond."
Hmm. I have a pond.
Well, I've never been fishing, and I'll probably be terrible at it. But I've always wanted to go fishing, and I want a pond.
Hmm. I think I want one of those really pretty trees with the pink flowers, in that picture I sent you from Musashi's land.
And he kind of turns to you mean the cherry blossoms?
Yeah, that's it.
No, not gonna lie, the air feels a lot like there, so probably would do well.
I feel like everything's paused right now because we're at the beginning of the end.
You see now that he sighs really deeply as his shoulders kind of slump down a little bit. I can't yet decide if I'm in a perfect dream or my worst nightmare.
So I'm standing next to him. I'm going to reach around his waist, put my arm around him, and just lean into him.
He kind of relaxes kind of into it, lets his shoulders kind of almost like as he feels you like continues to let his shoulders sink in more. You can feel the weight. And I would say though the 14 wasn't very high given your actions, that now feeling like the physical body, especially, being Vashran, you get a little more of an affirmation of your insight into what his demeanor was like. There's just a deep kind of almost a very much of a feeling of regret.
You okay?
He takes him a second. unless you say something, it actually takes him a few
Oh, that's
seconds.
probably a stupid question. Of course you're not okay.
At that, he goes, "No, um, I'm actually probably a lot better than I should be." But and you see him immediately he kind of like almost shakes his head. And as you can tell, your perception is enough to pick up on that. He's definitely deflecting as he goes, "Does this place have a hot tub?"
Not yet.
Not yet. That I figured that would have been what the hell? I figured that would have been like, part of the main blueprint.
It's probably going to have to be outdoors, so we'll see. Now, for me, I might actually put one inside my house. That sounds nice.
Oh, I mean, you definitely got paid enough. Put one of each, one inside, one outside.
Fair enough. I am pretty wealthy these days. I don't think I've never had so much of my own. It's kind of strange. Well, this whole thing is strange, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of feeling it's probably, well, I mean, it's up to you. It's probably a bit too soon, I'd say, with everything that's going on, but Sergeant Deadnettle's not too far away if you want to go visit at any point.
With your passive perception of a 23, as you say that, you see his hair. You see that the spinal hair kind of stands up a little bit, not much, but a little bit, and his tail kind of bushes. As you can definitely tell that the mention of it makes his nerves kind of shake a little bit. You don't get the sense of like negative emotion, more of just anxiety at the thought.
I just lay my head against his shoulder and I say, "It's okay, whenever you're ready."
He just kind of sighs, continues staring at the house a little bit. What do you want to do?
There is one more thing I'd like to show you.
He kind of takes a big deep breath. He's like, "Whew, all right, so more of Morty's mind blowers, huh?"
How'd you guess?
This place doesn't seem to end when it comes to surprises. So
It doesn't. It's very overwhelming sometimes, but it just kind of is what it is. I don't think there's any getting around it.
he kind of shakes his head. Well, nods his head rather.
But the people here are very nice.
I mean,
It's
so far I haven't, walked past somebody in the street and got cussed out. So that's a plus.
this place is nothing like Utera.
Yeah, the first thing I noticed, no exhaust.
What?
No exhaust. I can actually smell.
Oh, you've got to come to one of the festivals sometime. They have good food, good music, lots of entertainment. They have races and contests.
Is this where your friend gets his title?
Fastest rabbit in the universe.
Oh,
Your
I
ear
wish I knew.
itches.
Oh,
All right.
It's
Well,
also where I found these, and I hold up my little keychain.
does he have the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, again, he just had to remind me. And he kind of laughs. And he chuckles. And he reaches into his front pocket and pulls out the one that you gave him.
I'm gonna tuck mine away. You ready?
He puts his back in his pocket. I guess as ready as I'm going to be.
As we're walking back to the ship, I say, I've been to your home village too.
He, you almost like feel like a quite stutter, like a slight stutter, like he almost stopped walking, but he keeps walking. He kind of looks at you, but doesn't say anything, but gives you that look of like, okay, go on.
It looks a lot better than this one. Lots more people.
He kind of turns and looks down in the direction you guys are walking. I don't remember, like at all.
What?
He says, I don't remember at all.
Hmm. Strange. I think I was much younger than you when everything happened, and well, obviously, I was much younger than you when everything happened, but I remember bits and pieces.
Hmm. I don't know. It's I don't know. I think it might have been a piece I lost a long time ago.
Or repressed.
I don't know. But you all climb up onto the ship. Where are you headed now?
Uh, to the tree, to the home tree.
Okay. You all make your way, and eventually you arrive at the greater limb, landing in the space easiest for you to access the temple. You make your way through the town. People wave as you pass. The evening is coming in. The sun is beginning to start to lower in the sky. The blue is no longer that bright pale blue, but now it's become a more of a purple, getting that beginning to gather that orangish glow in the horizon. But as you enter into the temple, there's a group of worshippers kind of just filing out. They smile at you as you pass. A couple of Vadrium soldiers stand off in the distance, a few of the staff members speaking. But eventually, you lead him as he knows where he's been here before now. And as you approach the grove, you notice that he immediately looks around like, whoa. Because now, once again, it's changed again drastically. And as you lead him deeper into it, giving him fair warning of what he may be about to experience. But you lead him back further, only you two within this space. But as you lead him into the grove and you begin revealing truths and revelations at which you wished him to see, to give him a better understanding about the life that you've lived leading up to this point. And as this is going on, Doc,
Yeah.
the energy pours into, and as you pour your energy, you watch the shards of ice begin to chip, some melting, some shaping, some twisting, as your own personal features become interweaved as though the energy being siphoned from you is giving the very shape that this statuette is gaining. But eventually you come to a point where you can feel yourself kind of getting that little bit of a headache almost, and you know it's time to step back for a moment, as this is a long process. And as you step back for a moment to take a reprieve, thinking about your mission and keeping your mind focused on the task at hand, describe to me how we will be continuing this half a day long ritual. As y- as you kind of lean back, you hear a knock at the door. Sir, you've been in there quite some time. Some of us need to use the facilities as well.
I'm gonna I'm gonna get up and go out for a minute and let them do their thing.
He
And
walks
then
in. As soon as you go out, he walks in. Oh, my. And you kind of hear him start muttering to himself. Make a perception check.
18.
Hey, he starts muttering. And here I thought the destruction of the manor would mean I was done with these blasted experiments, of course. More messes for me to. Oh, this boy tries my patience. And he just goes in there and slams the door. Death starts doing his
Dark
business.
magic. Dark magic.
Dark
Dark magic.
magic.
Dark magic.
Good night. But you still currently have the floor right now, Doc.
I'm gonna shake my head. Listen to him bitch.
He's bitching hard. When the door closes, he starts bitching louder because he don't think nobody can hear him.
So once he's done and comes out, I'm gonna go back in there. I'm gonna sit there. I'm just gonna kind of look at it for a minute. I'll be like, almost, almost. And then I'm gonna, I'm gonna just keep doing the same thing. I'm just gonna keep pouring my essence into it, kind of like making a golem.
Okay. As you kneel before this icy figure, your hands running over its shape, the force of your own essence flowing from your core out through your hands into it, almost like scanning over, almost as though the energy itself is 3D printing in a way the features onto this figure. Rachel, you're hanging out the ship, and suddenly a almost like rickshaw esque cart kind of comes barreling up as one guy's there's a raccoon gentleman, a young gentleman sitting on the back of it, and it's being pulled by a rabbit like yourself, big huge. This nigga's got haunches. He pulled this rickshaw all day. And so
Heard.
he's got them like thick boy pulling haunches though. Them Clydesdale haunches, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
let's go.
And he comes up and they kind of go and he goes, are you I believe the requisition says Commander M Chaser?
Okay.
Okay.
Correct, gentlemen.
All right, if you don't mind,
That
just
is
sign
I.
here. Said it's already been paid for. We're just here to drop it off.
Gotcha. I'm gonna sign it in Druidic.
As you sign it off, they take it, tuck it away, and they just start. They go, well, cargo hold, which way?
I'm gonna point up the ramp and to the door on the right,
And
behind the stairs.
they just start going in. They load it up and they start stacking it where you've asked. They get everything unloaded from their cart, and they come back and they're like, "All right, looks like that's everything. Just checking my cart here. Yep, you're good to go. So, yeah. Next time you're in town, get a bulk order. We'll be sure to get you taken care of."
Appreciate it, fellas. Y'all have a good evening.
And he starts to take off. Other dudes, cops back on the back of it. They disappear.
Beautiful, beautiful. In the time coming back from there to get to the ship while I'm waiting on them, I'm gonna pick up a few odds and ends gifts for the fam. Because at this point, I'm gonna go home for the evening
Okay.
or afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for me, and spend the rest of the day hanging out with my family. And Jackie, mother, father, cousins, nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, crazy aunties, uncles, neighbors? Question mark.
Hmm. You get so as you now are alone in the flea and have a moment as you're flying to your home. You instinctively hit the radio button on your console as the Voshran newscast comes abroad. And you hear a very calm, very soothing male voice come over. And he is speaking about, as you see, the Voshran people do work fast when the information that they deem necessary is there. As these revelations you've returned, and now this following day, the cast has begun talking about the muster, reminding Voshrans of troubled times, tough times to come, but also reminding their fellow people of who they are and reminding people of of the times as they are and times like this, the importance of what it means of the community that a species of different races has brought together. And so when you get home, you're surprised pleasantly, of course, but part of you is actually surprised given the absolute chaos you've been through. Part of you is surprised when you show up and you see the small figures running, appearing out of a bush and disappearing into another. The small rabbits chasing one another, frolicking in these lower roots of your tree. The sound of revelry coming inside, and when you enter, people look at you like they always do. You're no stranger. This house is no stranger to Rachel at this point in his life. Being there for 6 months straight and or being gone for a year. Coming in for a day, being gone for 2 weeks, and coming back for a month. You don't know. But they greet you as they always do. They look up, say hello. A couple people come up and hug you, but they are so natural with it. But you actually find it hard to hug them back with the same fervor that you used to. Not because of a lack of affection, almost as though it's a reaction of shock. Normally you would just be like, "What's up, homie? Yeah, what's up, Daps?" But there's a almost like a hesitancy in your response. They don't seem to notice it and just, "Hey, Rachel, how you doing?" But it's one of those things almost that like actually coming home now, seeing the state of your homeworld, and now seeing this home full of life. It's as though a little bit of the gravity of everything that has transpired over these past couple months is once again starting to settle in just a little bit. But you are home. The air is warm. The energy is loud. And it feels like it always does.
All right. Well, I'm come home and see where my dad's at. Deliver deliver the goods. See my mom. Say hello to everybody. You know the drill.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hang out with the folks for the afternoon. Wait to see dinner. Where's Jackie? See if she's up to anything.
Eventually,
Otherwise,
so Jackie, she will be off by herself, and after hanging out on the inside, you would eventually find her outside, sitting on top of her house, because it is just a mound, and so she is
right.
sitting on top of it in her large mushroom and herb patch that sits atop of her home on a little stool, looking out at the moonlight.
The moonlight.
Mm-hmm.
It's nighttime already. Oh, at some
By the
point
time
I'm gonna take
by the
the
time you
thing.
would have found
I'm gonna
her,
take the thing
that's
out of
when
my
it would
bow
be.
as it's like getting late. At some point while I'm here, I'm gonna take the thing out of the core out of the bow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Perfect.
And so when I go outside and sit with Jackie and see she's sitting outside in the moonlight and stuff, I'm gonna pull it out and
She
have it
actually
with me
looks
as I'm
over.
gonna go up there.
She even looks at
But
it. She
yeah,
looks over as you set it out on like little toadstool sitting directly in a beam of moonlight. She goes, "Hmm. Oh, I haven't seen one of those in a while." As she just looks back over at the moonlight.
yeah, it was a gift from her grace, I say, in a pseudo subtle flex.
Mm. And she kind of gives like a because you've always felt this slight bit of you never knew why, but like there's always been this slight bit of contention whenever you've mentioned the elder to like Jackie, because when you look at the two of them, they both look as ancient as one another. Like they look like they were cut from the same old ass cloth. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And
Rude man, Jackie, you okay?
so every time you're like, "Oh, Elder did this cool thing," she's like, almost got that energy of like, "My magic's dope." You know,
Heard.
you see my mushroom cabinet.
Well, yeah, respect, but the king of my people gave me this. Being good, being good at my job. It's like, damn. What's going on with you?
Man,
What's going on with the circle since the arrest of I told you that bitch was corrupt.
well, unfortunately, these
I
nagging
talked to Jackie and
hags.
Druidic as well, by the way.
Gotcha. She, of course, responded in the same kind. Oh, these dirty hags won't stop arguing about who's going to replace her. I mean, I have my suggestions, but you know, no one listens to the old senile woman.
Mm,
They're just
no.
they're just a couple centuries away, but they'll be there soon.
What who's your recommendation?
And she looks at you and gives you a look like nigga please. Make an insight check.
Ooh, huge. We're huge. Insight
Yes.
12.
12. That's the look of nigga, you know what you did. But it's like, what are you talking about, Aunt Jackie? And so you're not
Still.
really sure exactly what she's talking about. But
I did
with the
what
12, you do get she's thinking about somebody you do know. But you can't quite put a
okay.
name put a name on it. You don't know exactly who she's talking about, but that look is all like almost like your guilty look. Like not that she's guilty, that
Oh,
she knows you're guilty
hey,
look.
yeah. I'm guilty. Okay. Uh all right. Keep your secrets then. The hags won't listen, huh?
Yeah, like I said. You saw it.
Give me
You know how they can be.
oh my god. They're still behaving that way?
No, I wouldn't
You
say
want me
they're
to come by?
behaving that way, but
I mean, mm, mm, mm. You want me to come by and talk to him again?
no, I think they like their
I
jaws. And
try.
she turns and looks at you and gives you an eyebrow because you've never told her what you did, but
What?
she says they like their jaws.
Uh, uh, I mean, not that kind of talking to. That's different. That's not temple business, Jackie. Who told you about that?
She just turns and looks at the moonlight.
Oh my God. Well, all right.
He said, "I'm gonna slide on out of here after that."
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this thing up here, Jackie. Don't it needs to charge. I'll pick it up in the morning, okay?
Mm, as long as I don't end up forgetting and think it's something that I need for, some weirdness or something.
Well, don't
She smiles at
don't
you.
forget. Don't forget. I need it for talking to people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
Go
gonna
on,
look
boy.
at it and look away
Yeah,
before I
she
go back in
is.
the house.
Yeah, she's. All right. As you re-enter the house, is there anything else you would like to do with your evening in particular?
Not like that. Not in particular. Hang
Okay.
out with the kids. I bought little things at the market for change. You know what I'm saying? While I'm waiting
Hmm.
on
Hmm.
the arrows and stuff, I'm gonna give them to the kids. Give my dad some weed. Give my mom some help in the kitchen until she tells me get out.
Got you.
I ain't
Got you.
doing nothing for the rest of the day.
All right. Well, as you wrap up your evening, spending the night at home with your family, Ruse, you are with Barry now. What are you guys doing as you no as you exit? I mean, you've seen everything, and you kind of are sitting there in the pool. The platform at which you found yourself on, the stone stoop of the home that you all had created for with each other all those years ago. That was your anchor point that you now wake up to. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Blink a couple of times, kind of loosen up a little bit, slowly stand up, turn around, facing Barry. What's his reaction?
He's staring at you. His eyes a mix of confusion, anxiety, definitely not necessarily not horror, but definitely terror, like a strong fear. But again, that sadness. But what you also see in his eyes are a yearning almost, but a yearning that seems to have cemented his feet, like they look heavy in the ground as he's now standing, no longer sitting down. As it almost looks like, though there's no liquid pulling in his eyes, there's that like little bit of a eye twitch or quiver as he's like staring deeply into your eyes.
Am I like in the center of the pool, or can I walk over? Or I gotta jump, or what?
No, so the pool, you never had to like swim in the pool except when Musashi was all like trip move.
That's not true. I had to swim out to get on the platform to fight Musashi.
Yeah, that's because your mind was weak. I
Well,
mean, that's back in the day.
Anyways,
That's before.
question.
Yes, you can
Answer
walk.
the question.
You know, you can. You like if you were to step out, it would be like walking in the mindscape. you could see fish swimming in the water below. Though now that your mind is attuned to this place, you would walk across its surface like you would when you're in the blank space of the mind when you're training with Musashi.
Okay. Very slowly, but not like I'm not like looking down or anything. I just keep my gaze trained and
Mm-hmm.
I very slowly step forward towards Barry.
And as you do, he never takes he never takes his guys off of he never takes his gaze off of you.
Better keep his guys off me.
And as you approach, what do you do?
I just take hold of his hands and look up at him and go, "Are you okay? Was that too much?"
He looks at you really, really intently for a moment. His eyes begin to narrow, almost like he's studying you. Before he takes a deep breath, kind of pulling his shoulders back, kind of giving your hands a squeeze back a little bit. And he gives you he kind of raises his head a little bit and he lowers it, his gaze coming back to your eyes. He kind of lowers his head a little bit more and almost a nod. Go ahead and make an insight check with advantage.
Oh, that wasn't much better. 15.
Okay, that was the DC. You get the sense that he's answering your question, but when you were growing up, anytime you would get goofy or I would say goofy, anytime certain things would get emotional between the two of you, in those days he was always quick with a joke. He always quick to deflect it somehow with like humor. And that's how he always got out of like those awkward situations. That's a piece of him that you've noticed has been missing. That he's been a lot harder to read since coming back. However, you met the DC, and so your experience with him trying to understand who he's become. In this look, he answers your question, but he also gives a follow up. There are no words to it, there's an understanding. You wanted him to say something, to give you an actual definition to what he is feeling. However, with that insight check, you don't need him to say it in this moment. It was with that squeeze of the hand and that kind of a nod and that narrowing of the eyes that this time, when looking at him, you don't see the stranger that you had worried you might have you might have returned to. There's an understanding after witnessing what he's seen, though you don't know exactly what that is, the exact thoughts. But you get a sense that he's received your message and in his own way he's telling you that. But as he looks at you, he doesn't do it quickly or super slow. He just kind of slowly pulls you towards him as he just wraps his arms over top of your shoulders, and you feel like his whole body kind of relax as you're not sure if the grove does it or if it's just maybe your ear cups perfectly to his chest. But there's almost a sense of the only thing you start to hear is his heartbeat.
Is it beating very fast?
No, it is beating as you take a moment. It's beating at the same exact cadence as your own.
What time of day is it right now?
You can never tell what time of day it is unless you're looking at your phone when you're in the grove, and even then, you're not sure if it's accurate because the grove never reflects what the outside looks like.
Okay,
So
well, what
right,
was it before we went into the grove?
the sun was going down. It was getting really, really orange. I'd say it was like early evening, 6:30, 7 o'clock, because it is summer right now.
So I hold him for just a moment and then pull back, smile. You want to lay out and watch the stars?
He doesn't he again doesn't say anything. You get that sense that he's not ready to speak almost like he keeps answering your questions at this point without saying words. You get the feelings that of his response out of his responses. And he just as you say that he smiles and he just kind of pushes back a little bit, like kind of like pushes you away from his arms as he just kind of takes one hand and just starts walking in whatever direction he thinks the grove exit is.
Okay.
Kind of in a way that he expects you to really start navigating because he's like, okay, yeah, I'm saying yeah, but I don't know where the fuck I am.
Okay. Well, she's just gonna leave him outside then. They'll lay down a little blanket or just lay in the fucking grass. I don't care.
Mhm.
Lay out and watch the stars for a while. Have a little moment.
And what would you like to do with the rest of your evening?
Watch the stars, then go to
Okay.
bed.
Okay. Doc, you began this process fairly. It was what around lunchtime, I believe.
Yeah, sometime between 11 and 12.
So timing it correctly, you know that the final stages of the preparations for completing this ritual would be best during the midnight hour. And as time progresses, you've been alone here in this space, taking the necessary breaks as you need to recuperate your strength and keep your focus. You now approach that final hour, the full moon, as it happens to be, high in the sky. It's odd. Yggdradom's moon, its odd pale blue surface looks nothing like that of Uterus. But there's a very much similar glow and ethereal mystery behind it. But go ahead and Tell me how you complete the ending of your spell.
Stand up, stretch a little bit. I've been sitting here a while. And I'm gonna pull out my dagger. I'll slice my hand a little. I'm gonna set my hand on its head and just kind of wipe my blood down its face as it starts to seep into it and begin to gain a complexion, even if not a great one, as it starts to grow hair and things like that.
Okay. As you do, you are going to take 4 piercing damage or slashing damage as you slice your hand open. But in doing so, because of that action, you will not have to do any arcana checks to see how potent and successful this magic is. The personal sacrifice, as you begin to let now the true, not the magical, but now the actual life essence of yourself flow into this thing. It begins to slowly fill in the before crystalline clear ice beginning to become opaque, cloudy. Your blood flows into newly formed cracks in its surface, flowing down into the ice, spreading through and possibly under the crystal surface like veins spreading throughout the body. The ice itself turning a pale pink as the blood flows into it. But as the thicker, more viscous parts of your undead essence flow in, the veins turn black, almost sickly, as the surface becomes more solid, warmer, still cold, much like yourself, but no longer like ice. And eventually, you feel sweat start to pour. You feel yourself getting, for the first time in a long time, feeling a little weak, woozy almost, as you end up having to just sit back against the ramshackle wooden wall. But there before you, it almost messes with your head a little bit. You were kind of wondering how you would feel as you now look at a sleeping, unconscious, identical version of yourself.
I'm gonna wake it up. Like, hey, get up.
One
Dress.
second. One second. I'm just reading something really quickly to determine how I want to do this. All right, as you do, he goes and looks up around, looks up at you. You see immediately, like, what? Oh, God. Uh, oh, shit. What did I do? Let me guess. Something went wrong, didn't it?
No, everything's been perfect.
Oh,
You're
okay.
exactly what you're supposed to be. Now get up and get dressed. I'm gonna throw some clothes at it.
You see it looking confused. Mostly make an insight check.
15.
You get a sense that it's confusion. Is like you get the sense that like it looks like he wants to say no, but then looks confused when it just acts on your command.
We have lots of work to do. Come.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna take him back to my little cubby hole, and we're going to. I'm gonna cast teleportation circle, and I'm gonna go to my house.
Okay. Where as you go to your room and you create this circle, and do you do it alone or does this construct help you?
Oh, he's. I'm gonna do the spell by myself, but he's coming with me.
Okay, yeah, I knew that. I just didn't know if if you had he had any involvement with the creation of the circle or anything like that. Just curious. So as you create the circle, and where are you planning on entering into your home?
Uh, in the my secret layer is
Okay,
where
you're going
the
straight there.
teleportation
Okay,
circle is.
gotcha. All right. As you go in there and you create the spell commanding this construct to step into the circle with you, eventually it just and there you are now in this darkened space, your underground lab, the ancient hiding spot of your predecessor.
Ah, home sweet home. Come, we have much to do, and I'm gonna make my way up to the study.
Okay. You open the door to. Actually, how long do the undead stay under your command?
What undead?
Did you kill the ones that you had left down there guarding that door?
They burn up when we took the crystal out, didn't they?
I don't remember because I remember you left two guarding your little lair down there. So this was months and probably like a year and a half ago. So to note they were still alive.
I thought the only ones that I did were the ones that were they burn up packing the crystal.
That could
I
be the
thought,
case.
but
Could
I don't remember
entirely
to
be the
be
case.
honest.
I was wondering. But yes, what are you doing when you get to your study?
I'm a Chester for him to take a seat, and I'm gonna take my tome and lay it down in front of him. Well, I need you to put some things in here for me while I handle some other business.
He looked at you, kind of very confused, looking at the book. Some
He
things.
has all my memories. He knows. Yes, we need to learn some new spells to prepare for upcoming event. I need you to put them in the
Now,
book.
it doesn't have all your memories. It's not going to have all your. I mean, it has your memories, but you simply saying that I need you to put some things in here. You still have to give the thing context. It is simply a construct, so you can't just simply give it a blanket command without it actually knowing specifically what you want it to do.
I'm gonna make him a list of the things he needs to put in
Yes,
there.
so I'm asking you, what is that list?
Uh, hold on. Uh, oh shit. That's fucking. I need him to put silvery barbs.
Might as well make this a text list and send it to me. If it's just going to be a spell list, you're wanting to transcribe.
Yeah. Anyway, can I send you the list in a minute and keep doing?
Mm-hmm. But
All right.
there's going to be a caveat to this because though he is putting it into your book, you are not the mind that is doing the work. So you will
I
have to do
am
some.
the mind that is doing the work. He is
How
a
are you?
carbon copy of me.
Yes, but he is
We're
now separate from you.
exactly the same.
You're now, no. Whatever he does, if he's the one studying this, you're not the one actively doing it. Now, it's an illusory copy, yes, but it is not it's a carbon copy from the moment you created it. So if he is now transcribing things into your book, that's not knowledge you are imprinting it in there. It's a copy of yourself. And that's knowledge that that mind will have, not your mind.
Yeah, but it's going in my book, and then I can study it in my book.
Exactly. So my caveat, the thing to keep in mind is just because he puts it in there does not mean you just get to immediately start using those spells. Yes, he's done the work of putting it in the book. Now you've got you get your mind to use that. Not just to get a jail out of free card. Can't just have somebody write your spells into it and it automatically just happen. There's a little bit of a caveat to that. Magic's
Yeah,
a
I
little
basically
more
have to prepare them after the fact. Spend
yeah,
the time to
little more,
study them.
get attuned to it. Like, okay, make sure he actually put the right shit down. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's your mind, right? Would you fuck yourself over if you had the chance? If maybe this copy that you made of yourself, don't forget, you made a copy of yourself. That's why I told you it looked a little weird looking
That's
at yourself.
completely obedient to me.
Yeah, it is completely obedient to you, but it still has your mind.
Yeah. So he's a good person.
Once again, universe is damn crazy. When people start playing God, typically they do things like this, creating copies of themselves,
Are you
cloning.
trying to fuck me with my spell?
Not trying, I'm just telling you, be careful with magic. It's not always just so cut and dry. Have you ever made a simulacrum before? Just because you know what the text of the spell does. Again, we're talking about brand new magic, seventh level magic that you're now doing. There's only two other levels to go into for mortal beings. So think about that. Seventh level magic, first time you've ever done it, and it's just a spell you happen to have. How'd you get that spell? Well,
It's a good thing I'm not mortal anymore.
you can die though.
Can I?
You can. Or whether you can be
They've tried
separated.
twice.
You could be separated from your earthly body, put into the void, and then again, unless you do something about your wife and your soul, that's where you'll both be stuck for all eternity. That's how your death works. That's the scary part.
Anyway, I'll make the list for you in a bit.
Okay.
But he's gonna start doing his thing.
And what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm gonna walk outside the study and I'm gonna bring my skeleton out and I'm gonna tell him to gather the bodies of the guards. Are the bodies still around?
Actually, no. At this point, your estate, as you kind of go out now where you teleported in, as you kind of go around, it looks like forensics have finally done their job, especially after everything you've done. They probably come in here as you start to look around looking for things. Books have been moved. They've already been here before, but they've already ransacked the place. So there wasn't really much more they could find, or really anything else they can find. As you can even see, there's caution tape, things like that through the windows. Boards have been put up. Bodies have been moved. Your best guess would be morgue or you're not sure. What are we doing?
I'm gonna go to the family tomb.
Okay, going downstairs. All right. You head down to the lower cellars, to the ancient tombs of your forefathers. What are we doing down here?
We're gonna animate everything in this motherfucker. Gonna walk to the middle of it, and I'm gonna let my aura, my what is it, Zion? You call it my Zion loose. And I'm gonna go through all the bodies.
As you do, something stops you momentarily. As a glyph, your family sigil appears above your original one of your original patriarchs, his sarcophagus, and you see that there is a protective ward that was created after. It's a magic that is in tune with the family, and you sense it's a protective magic against necromantic spells. However, you also see it's a family thing meant to be only broken by one of your bloodline. Should you so choose to break the seal of protection your family put because of the actions of your forefather, so that none of their bones may be disturbed.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it.
Okay. The ward drops, and you see all of the magical lanterns down here suddenly, and you're left in a slight pale darkness. Is only illuminated by a weird ethereal energy as this magical ward has been dropped.
Man, I'm gonna go back to focusing. I'm gonna let my aura reach out throughout the crypt, and I'm gonna begin to raise. Oh wait, I still have a 6 level slot left. Yeah, we'll just yeah. I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna whisper, "Arise," as my shadow reaches out to all the different sarcophagi. Is that how you say that? Sarcophagus is?
Sarcophagi.
How do you say that?
And as you reach out to
Is it
your
denied?
family, you feel resistance push against your tendrils, but you push through, and bodies begin to rattle. Hands begin to emanate and emerge from the edges of coffins as bodies ancient begin to climb their way out. The ancient dead, and even the recently dead. Because of what you have done, if you had good in your alignment, you now have a neutral alignment. For you have
I
broken,
am neutral.
then you are between evil and neutral, as you have broken a long standing family seal meant to protect the souls and the bodies of your clan from this particular type of magic. And you have chosen to go against your family's blood bond. You are very close to shifting your alignment because of such a impactful action. But there before you stand those who were slain before or fell or died before your time. Those who perished during your time. And those who were buried here who perished untimely. As their eyes look at you with a sickly darkness under now your control.
I'm gonna extend my shadow out to them, and I'm gonna descend them all into it. How many is there?
Well, this is generations. How many can you animate?
How many are there?
How many can
I
you
can
animate?
animate probably more than what's in here, to be fair.
When we're talking about over 7 generations of people down here. So what are you casting this at?
I have. All right.
You've already used a
So
7th level spell, so
yeah, I'm not counting that. So with third level spells, I can do 6. With fourth level spells, I can do 9. Fifth level spells, I can do 12. And then at sixth, I can do 14.
yeah, there's way more bodies down here in this ancient crypt. Way more bodies.
There's not been that many of us.
7 generations?
With like one kid each.
Okay, whatever. So you have your whole entire family. So you're definitely evil then. You got your entire family awake. Okay.
Well, how many people do you think would be down here? Like,
7 generations? That's a lot of fucking people. Definitely more than 14.
be what, 30?
That's like twice more than 14.
I mean, sure.
You literally said you could resurrect everybody. I was like, no, that's a lot.
Well, even if it ain't everybody, I can do however many I can do. But I'm stopping at 23.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I guess you've already broken the clan bond. So I guess adding more bodies to it's not a big deal. But still, they're in your shadow now.
I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Okay.
And we're gonna. Oh, I used a fifth to get here. I forgot about that. I'll go back up. At that point, I'm gonna gather him up. And we're gonna go back down into the lab and rest. Stay the night here.
Okay. Everyone, because never mind, you got your train. So everyone is now pulled in for the evening, each going their separate ways, doing their own things, each coming to their own conclusions. But as night falls and the next day comes, we are going to take a quick break. I have a few things I need to think about for a moment. But go ahead and have a moment to yourselves, talk amongst each other, and I shall be right back. Because plus I got a pee pee. You know what I'm saying? So what about that, guys? Doc's evil now. I know. I argue you're more evil because you did that against your own family. I argue you're the most evil right now, like for real. Holy shit! And what did Arkansas do? Arkansas is just terrible. Like, what was that? Oh, your free food? Alrighty. Alrighty. Yep. All right. Well, would you all like to continue? No, I mean, no, it's on the Be Right Back screen with some synth wave in the background. It's going.
The paralyzing powder bomb arrow thing. The
yes.
powder, yeah. I don't know why. I just discounted those and was like, I'll just take smoke arrows and bomb arrows. Paralyzing smoke arrows are way useful. Probably more useful than the napalm arrows, honestly.
He's
I'm
like, the
not evil.
napalm arrows just sounded good as shit, though. Just boom.
I mean, you come bomb arrow. You gotta pick up bomb arrow first time you come across bomb arrow,
Facts,
dude.
dog.
It's bomb arrow.
Right.
I can't stop saying it. Bomb arrow. Come on.
Bomb arrow. All
How
right,
much
so
are they?
they are going to be $12.50 a piece.
Okay. Um,
No, I just get no wait. That how much were the bomb arrows a piece? They were 15,
15.
right?
Yeah.
Then he'll give them to you for 7.5.
Will you give them to me for 6.5?
Make a persuasion check.
16.
7.
Bruh. 6.5.
6.55.
How provoking that? Six, six, yo, you breaking my ball. You breaking my fuzzy balls, bro. Like 6.5 brings it 10 arrows to 65 for me. A cool 300. Okay. Call it a wrap. The same deal we did with the 200 before I bought quivers and stank bombs.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
It's 100 up. Come on.
I don't want to hear nothing from the Vajram, so I guess.
All right. Done and done. Sorry about that. Good day, sir.
I'm here retroactively getting discounts and shit.
I mean, math gotta be easy.
Yeah, you know.
You feel me? Although, to be honest, I already changed the number. So it's not like I'm just subtracting 300. I'm now taking 65 away from 640. There's actually no help to me whatsoever, as I thought. But I spent an even 300. Okay.
Right. The receipt looks good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The balance book.
I'm looking. Yeah. Oh yeah. Balance sheet clean. Is there a place near my home where I can get up early the next morning and go hunt?
I mean, you're at the base of the tree, so the forest is open to you.
All right, then I would like to get up the next morning, get the core of my fucking rifle bow, and prepare and go on a hunt early morning.
Okay.
And I would like to stop around early morning and see if I can hunt myself up some sort of predator. I'm not looking to kill a deer
Okay.
or something typical. 'Cause I don't eat meat and I wouldn't bring it home to my family. So if I'm hunting, I would like to see if I can find a wolf or a cheetah or I don't know what's out in these woods on
Well,
the Dome.
you are in Teal
I am in no,
or Neil.
if you it's supposed to be teal. Let me double check my sheet here. Yes, you told me I'm from Neilheim, as you will recall. I won't ever
Okay.
let you forget. Not in Tealheim.
Okay, got you. All right, so up in the pines, up in Tealheim, where you're from.
Nope, Neilheim's where I'm at. Neilheim.
That's what I said. Booty
No,
tracks.
he said, okay.
Up to the north where you are, the northeast. You
Yes.
in the pines here. You know there are some predators. You gotta travel a little bit into the woods to get it, but go ahead and make a survival check for me. See if you can pick up any tracks out here in these woods.
Oh yes. 25. No. 23. So we're at 23.
23. All right. So as you're looking around and you're traveling through, using your nose to sniff the ground every now and then, kind of getting low, sniffing up a couple trees. Eventually, you get real caught on a scent, and you kind of follow it, and you see there are a pair of very large paw prints, some sort of track. It's a three-toed creature, large central pad with three large toes. Each look like they have like some sort of claw-like appendage sticking out from the edges of these toe prints. And there's a large tuft of hair mixed with kind of like moss and other kind of bits of dirt. You get the sense this might be you've only ever got to you haven't got to hunt one of these yet. But this might be one of the mossy not the one of the I forgot what I fucking called it. I had a name for it, but I forgot what it's called. But anyways, it's a wolf-like creature that
Okay.
hunts by its body is covered not in so much fur, but it's got more of like a almost smooth skinned, hairless skin, but it covers itself and is usually overgrown with mosses and vines. So it likes to hide either in trees or at the bases of trees and in little patches where it looks like just another feature. But with the 25, you will have an
23.
advantage while you're out just in case this thing may be stalking you instead.
Oh no. Oh no. You ain't stalking me, I'm stalking you. I'm gonna get on these tracks, see which way they're leading me. Keep a sharp eye out on these up on the trees. That's what I was suspecting coming out here in the pines. Something bouncing down at me.
All right, as you continue on
I'm
deeper into the pines, Ruse, what are you doing right now?
At what point of the day is it?
It's early morning. It's whenever you're getting up.
And we don't have anything until the evening, correct? With Mr. Nobody.
That
Yeah,
is
we ain't
correct.
getting together until like after dinner tonight. So you got all day today is open.
I don't really have anything much planned. I would say at this point I am doing hospitality. So it'd be burying the guys that have not been on Idradome before, like around sightseeing and shit like that.
Okay. Okay. There's plenty to do as you all spend a day on the town exploring. You get to show them the things that you've gotten to experience thus far.
Run by a shop with the wood carver.
All right. Shit. All right. Rachel, as you stalk your way through these woods, the cooler morning air causes the northern humidity to put a dense fog throughout all of these trees. You can still see well enough, but there's definitely a good mist hanging about, obscuring lots of things in the distance. As you're traveling through, you're going around winding streams over a few rocks, and you get to a clearing where you smell a very pungent smell. It is the best way you can describe it, a mixture between moss, mildew, and piss.
Mm,
As this clearing is eerily quiet.
so I'm up on the edge of it, looking in them. Get that whiff. I'm gonna stop and wait and listen, looking around, waiting. I'm gonna slowly pull out one of my regular arrows. Get it
Okay,
ready
give me
as
just a
I'm
second.
waiting and looking.
All right, as you're waiting and looking, you look around, and it's a very thickly clover covered clearing. It's not super big, maybe 20 feet across. But the trees around the clearing are a little more spread out. Lots of large rocks here and there, things like that. But as you're looking around, using your previous survival check, the smell gives you that musk smell, that smell of an animal. And so you look around and you see there is a mound off to the side in this clearing. A couple of stones seem to be on it. Large, kind of odd patch of moss, a few flowers sticking out of it. There's another medium sized rock covered in vines and twisted roots that go off up to on the one side. And there's another one as well. Little structures that seem to stick out in your mind. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
11.
11. Oh, wait. Yeah, I told you did have advantage.
I do have advantage. Is hearing or smelling? I thought I was seeing.
Oh, it was also because of that. It was for also.
Yo, nat 20 for a total of 28. Easy. What is it? What we got? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right. You instinctively almost want to draw your bow and aim at the small odd mound in the clearing until
Mm-hmm.
you,
I
but
did.
right as you do, you feel like it's not right. You feel like that feels like a trap. And as you look over to you out of the corner of your eye at the rock on the right, that's a stone. But this one on the left, it's not right.
Mm.
It's roughly, I would say it's roughly maybe 50 feet away.
The one on the right.
The one, no, the one on the left. So the one on the right
Okay, my bad.
is a rock, but the one on the
Yeah,
left,
for sure. Right. Yeah, the one on the right is a rock. And I got the instinct, not this one in the middle. So this one on the left. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna shift my aim. Think about it for a second. It's 50 feet away.
Yep. Oh shit!
I'm going.
Did I give you your stats on your weapon yet?
Not. You didn't send me the block. You told us a rundown. I know that it's +2 and it's 2d10,
Okay.
but I know it's 150 and 600 on ranges. I know the core of it.
Okay. Okay.
Bonus action to overcharge one of my shots for an extra 46.
Yep.
Oh
And it
yeah,
has to make a con
I feel
save.
like the con saver be stunned until the end of my next turn. It's next turn.
It's next turn.
It's next turn. Okay.
Yep. That's it. That's everything.
Because I am going to. Can I? Let me double check Druidcraft here. I can make a little sensory majigger with Druidcraft, right? Like a rustling noise.
Mm-hmm.
Instantaneous. Yeah. Fallen leaves, puff of wind, small animal sound. Okay. So I'm gonna make a small animal sound, like whatever is like a chipmunk kind of
Mm-hmm.
noise on Yidder
Mm-hmm.
out near that rock. Make it sound like it's a squirrel right next to it. As I'm gonna notch my arrow and like draw my bow up and get
Yep.
ready. If it reacts, I wanna overcharge this motherfucker and let him have it.
You make the noise, and it echoes near where this rock is, but there's no movement. Make a make an intelligence check. Yes. I say no. Make a quick survival check for me to see if you can just see what you can recall about what you've heard about these creatures.
22.
They're highly intelligent, and they're they're one of those creatures that they're very hard to trick, if you will,
Okay.
and they're very patient creatures. Very patient.
Okay. Okay. Rachel's not that patient. I overcharge, shoot the one on the left.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack for me.
Woo. 20.
20. Go ahead and roll
Yes.
damage.
D10. All right. count this up with me. That's 8.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9.
18.
That's 8.
Okay. 26.
8.
Okay. 34.
30 and 4.
Okay. 38. So 38 total.
Plus
Okay.
5. No, plus 5. Is it plus 2 to hit and damage, or just plus 2 to hit?
Just plus 2 to hit.
Okay, then yeah, plus 5. So would you say 38?
There's 38.
Plus
So what, 42? 43?
43?
All right.
Yeah,
43 damage. So you shoot.
43. Woo!
You shoot. You hear. And you suddenly just the rock kind of falls over. Like a rock shouldn't fall over. And you're then
Okay, so
this rock starts rolling and moving as suddenly you see these legs flip over as this creature was like way on its side and belly as you knocked it over, and it just starts to like lean like roll back and forth as it's going to make a constitution saving throw,
oh yeah.
and that's going to be a cacked, that's going to be cacked, and that's going to be a natural 3, so it fails
Let's
as
go.
it just starts like is this large creature you can't quite get a good look at it through these trees is just stumbling like a little bit like trying to get up on its legs and you can't quite see it, but there's something you've hit.
Something big rolling around, it's knocked over and stunned, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to I'd like to attack. Can I attack a second time?
Well,
Bang bang.
I would say that because of that, you automatically would go first in the initiative order. Its turn is it's
Okay.
stunned until the end of its next turn, so I would say go ahead and start the round.
Uh I'd like to move a little bit.
Okay.
Uh Parallel to where I'm at. I'd like to move like left or right, kind of angle wise, to see if
Mm-hmm.
I can get a better view of it without having to come too much closer. I'm willing to jump up on some branches in a tree, maybe, if that'll help me see. I don't exactly know what it looks like around here. Hold on. It's
You
pretty
would
big.
definitely you would definitely get a better view if you used a tree. And so if you'd like to make an
Okay.
acrobatics check, you can get to about 20 feet till you reach one. If you would like to try to make an acrobatics check to see if you can climb up, to go ahead and get up it.
Absolutely. Acrobatics. Dexterity base plus 5. 21. Let's go, baby.
All right, 21 will succeed as you get up into the tree a little bit. As you look at it, you get a better look at it, and there's a large quadrupedal creature that is on its 4 legs, and there is a large, very long, thick, like sausage-like tail that is whipping back and forth. This creature is covered. It looks very much almost canine in its body structure, a very large chest. It's very hard to see its head at this point right now, where its back is to you, but there's moss and vines and just all kinds of what looks like bits and pieces of earth just caked to this creature's body. And from here, it's very large. It's a large sized creature. And it currently, you can see that it has the trademark large, massive 3-pronged or 3-toed feet.
Okay. Oof. We found it. We are in the right spot. We'll draw
It-
out a couple arrows,
okay.
and I'm going to bonus action mark of the prey or whatever, the rangers, the hunters mark.
Hunter's mark. Got it.
I'm boom, and then use my action to attack him. Fire
Okay.
2 shots.
All right.
Bang
Go
bang.
ahead and bang bang.
First is going to be an 18.
18 will hit.
And if it's all right, I'm
That
gonna roll a second.
is its
quick.
DC, by the way.
Let's go 18. 2 sixes. But first one, 4 and 8, 12, 17. But he's hurt. So
Yep.
I gotta use the extra 1 second D6. 4, 1. Let's go 6. 27 on the first one.
Okay. You hit it.
And 6, 7 on, no, plus 5, 12 on the second one.
To hit.
No, I rolled both the 2 18s to hit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. 12 on the second one. So you go hit boom, boom.
Yeah.
And this thing stumbles a little bit, but as it does, and it kind of shakes off its head and it turns and it rears and kind of turns around and its front paws hit the ground and it turns and looks at you. Its face is elongated, but through what looks like over its large, hunched over back, kind of like almost like a hyena. It's these massive vines and strips of moss and leaves and everything else and sticks just drape and kind of flow down over its face, just barely a little bit of what could be a nostril barely poking out from it. And these deep, very emerald green glowing eyes, no pupils, just like empty blackness behind the vines, and then these what looked like little lights for eyes coming through, and it just looks at you, and then you see it as it just opened its mouth and just starts charging full speed as it is going to attempt to use its trample ability and ram into the tree at which you are standing in. As it just you see it coming towards you. It crashes into a tree along the way, splintering it to the side, and as it does, it just hurls its body into the tree. Make a strength check for a natural 16 for a total of 24. As it's going to do, and you feel the trees shake hard, and then it starts to fall.
Fuck. I'd like to jump.
As you go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Ooh. 16.
16. That's going to be a success. You do not land prone and you take no damage. But as you do, you see as you right as you land on your feet, you look up and this thing is up in the air and its two giant massive paws and its mouth are coming straight down as it tries to crash right at your location. And that's going to be a natural 19 for even more for a total of like what 27 to hit.
Yeah.
As he comes down, it's just going to slam down. Where's my damage? There we go. As you're going to take 11 plus 3, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22 bludgeoning damage as you comes down and you all of a sudden think the 3 for that Adexo plate as the massive paw slams down one of them because he's so big, only one paw gets on it, and you feel your body get into the ground as you sink in a little bit and get crushed into a little bit of that peat moss and that soft earth underneath you, but because of that Dexo plate, nothing caves in and you can still breathe, but you can feel that massive weight on top of you as it raises up to do it again. But that's its turn.
It was 20. How much?
A 22 total damage. 22 bludgeoning damage.
Oh. All right. My turn?
Yep.
Oh, you fucker. Am I prone?
You are currently prone.
Yeah,
Yes.
All right. I would like to get up and bonus action, slippery disengage.
You jump to your feet quickly as this creature's coming down, straight down, and you just slip through the legs.
And dodge this next fucking trample. Whoo! As I jump back, I'm gonna go to the side, and I would like to break away from him, heading towards the clearing with my slippery movement.
Mm-hmm.
As I will also use my reaction for the free disengage attack
Yep. Yep.
and shoot this motherfucker
Okay. Shoot this motherfucker.
thrice more times. The first one, natural 1, for a total of 13. Second shot, 17, so like 29 to hit for the second one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the third one now, if it's all right. An 18, no, a 15, so 27 to hit for the second one. Or, well, rather, 2 hits and a natural 1.
Got
Miss.
you. This new bow. Sorry. This new weapon. It's almost too perfect in a way, and you're used to those glitches every now and then, those little hangups that you got to work through in combat. And when you turn around in that instant, you don't release at the right time, and when you do, you feel it slice as the arrow actually slices across the top of your palm or your top of your hand as you take 4 slashing damage from that natural one. But the other 2 do hit. They were both above 18, right?
Yeah, they were in the 20s.
Yeah, so those 2 do hit.
All right. The first one. 8, 10, 14. 28 on the
28.
first one.
Okay, you should.
It is 7 or a 1. 17 for the second one.
17. You shoot it again. You let your arrows fly. They hit and lodge into. You see little bits of rock and mud kind of like break off from where it lands in, and bits and pieces of flesh and dirt kind of explode off of it where the impact hits. And it's kind of stumbles a little bit, and you see it kind of shake, and you can definitely tell it's taken some damage, and it begins to, now that you've pulled it into the clearing, it starts to walk out into it, and you see it kind of like start to circle a little bit, not immediately acting, but starting to circle as it's going to hold its action, and it starts to stalk you around or circle you around the clearing.
Oh. I'm a little surprised by its technique. Okay. I am going to. So is it me again? It's
Mm-hmm.
holding his action, right?
It's holding its
Okay.
action.
I am watching him as he tries to stalk around me. I'm gonna move. Keep good distance between us. Where's that other rock that I know is a rock? What about the middle one? How close am I to the middle rock? I can reach anywhere. I'm the fastest rabbit alive. I'm gonna jump up on that middle mound.
Okay.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. It doesn't move, does it?
It
When
does
I
not.
jump up on top of it? Okay. And then I'm going to take aim fire at this motherfucker. I'm not waiting. I don't know what he's looking at, but I'm gonna shoot him.
As you
Whoa.
as you do it, as you go and draw back, it rears down and lifts its head up, and it lets out a giant, almost weird guttural. If it were to be a wolf howl, this is this creature's version of it, but it just sounds wrong. And as it does, you see these tendrils from the ground come up out of the ground. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
14.
14. Okay, that is going to be a failure. You are going to take 12 piercing damage as these vines come up out of the ground and rip through as like roots come up and start
How much?
wrapping around you. And they
How
take
much?
13 I'm sorry 12 piercing damage from the thorns as they dig into you, and you are currently grappled / restrained by these.
Let's go. Well then, when can I make another attempt to get out?
You can make one at the start of each of your turns.
Then I am done with this turn, I suppose.
Okay. All right. And and you see it just start to it continues to circle around you as you get and you see now it looks like some sort of viscous steamy liquid starts kind of oozing out of its mouth. You get the sense of salivation,
Mm.
and it starts to walk towards you, still like at an angle, making because it's still like you didn't hit it like 12, 13 times with arrows, so it's like watching this motherfucker. Then it gets right up to your face and it's like sniffs you. And
I headbutt it. Away from me. What you doing?
as you headbutt it, it just
I ain't, I ain't
and then
standing here. I'm struggling.
and as it does, it's going to use it's going to it looks at you and just it smells you, and it does not like the smell for some reason, and it just goes. It is going to make one large swipe across your body, hoping as it just looks at this point. Now that it has, you get your prey sense. It almost is like a cat in certain ways. It's got you trapped, and now it's playing with its meal. For a natural 18 and plus it's advantage. Okay, I'm glad I did that with it. I'm glad. Yeah. Anyways, so it's a natural 18. So it's going to hit you. Boom, and you are knocked out of the roots though.
Sweet.
Completely, still prone. As you are going to. Oh my god, he's rolling low on this damage though. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And as it's going to use the remainder of its movement as it as it hits you, it then just like starts trampling over and looks like it's about to just. It looks like it's in the motion. It's already used its action economy, so it looks like it's about to like start batting you around, basically like a cat would, but a very painful cat.
Mm. Big musky piss cat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fuck with cats. Mm. I am going to be slapped across the clearing, and I'm gonna roll, land on my back. I'm gonna fucking hop up, fucking bonus action, activate my belt.
As
As
this
I'm like,
creature
you
is
son
already
of a
barreling
bitch.
at you, and it just suddenly slows.
And then I'm going to break away, as one does,
Mm-hmm.
and fire upon him.
Fire upon him.
When
Get
oh
hasted,
no,
bro.
I can't. I just used my bonus action. Okay. Well, I'm going to make an attack for 2 attacks, and then the haste attack for third attack. 11 and 12, 23 for the first attack.
It's how much?
23 to hit.
Yep, 23 hits on the first one.
19 on the second one.
Hits.
And the haste is 16. Instead of
Hit
4.
six.
No, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. That's a 9. That's a 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
All right. Where's there? That was me. 18 on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
21 on the second one.
Okay.
And it's a 9. 3, 12. 17 on the third one.
Okay. With all three of those shots. As this creature comes and he starts romping, you can see your arrow sticking out of it, oozing this nasty, what looks like sludge, almost like blood coming, or whatever it could be. Its inner liquids kind of sloshing out from it as it's going, and it rears up to come through with a couple of more, getting ready to go in for a maul kill. But then you activate the belt just in time, and as it's swiping super fast, it suddenly slows in your perception. And you just take a step back and how do you want to do this?
Oh, just like that, sir. As he comes up and he's fucking getting ready to maul, slows down, and I'm just gonna fucking kind of leap back as I'm in the air. It's 1, 2, 3. All 3 arrows, just like campaign 2 yesterday. All 3 of them hit him at the same time, right here in the head where he's coming for me.
Got
I'm gonna
you.
shoot him 3 times.
Go
In the
ahead
head,
and make a quick.
headshot.
Go ahead and make a quick dexterity saving throw for me with advantage because you're hasted.
25.
As you leap back, boom, 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 as this thing kind of immediately goes limp in the air, and right as your feet make contact with the ground, you just instinctively roll to the side as this creature and slides, and you hear the big as suddenly its body goes limp.
Fucking A. I'm looking around the clearing. See.
You just hear
Ensuring this stuff moves. Yeah. That'd be all I fucking hear. Whew.
that's just better I'll be fucking here.
Shit. Do I know? I'm gonna walk up to the beast. Kind of look at it, walk alongside of it where it's laid out,
Mm-hmm.
inspect it. And do I know anything? So, like, what's that? Is it like Aunt Jackie's taught me much, right? What are these? You don't know what these things are. These moss wolves? What do you hear about them? You know what I mean? Ingredient wise,
So
is it like moss wolf drool, or penises, or claws, or tail? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That
'cause
goes in the
for
witch's
some
pot.
reason, everybody likes the schlongs of all the animals, dog. Like you gotta
I
have
mean,
nuts and dicks from everything.
it it did turn out that way in people's history, so
Some potions just call
possibility.
for all dick.
I mean, it's that love potion, I guess, for
right.
for dick.
Oh shit.
Fourth
So
motherfuckers in history.
I will go ahead and let right, boy.
For a
I'll
potion?
I
I'd
will
be
say
upset.
you, you can. I'll say you can make a. You could make a survival check for me. It would be appropriate, I think, in this.
All right. or nature?
Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, survival or nature, your choice.
I'll go nature because it's the technical.
I'd be forgetting about nature
So
sometimes.
I feel you. 22.
22. Okay. You
I don't.
know
I'm an
that
expert in nature.
this creature. Jackies use their feet on many occasions.
Okay.
Their pelts not really don't I mean their skins and stuff, their hides really don't go for anything. They're almost basically trash with the way they, live in their environment. However, their tails are sought after, and specifically their gallbladders, if they can be extracted intact, are very highly valuable.
Okay. Well, then I will think about it for a moment while I pull out the dagger of annihilation
Hmm.
and begin to remove his tail and feet. And
I
once
would
I
say
have them,
I would say this will just go ahead and make a general sleight
um,
of hand check just to see, mostly this will be determining how well you get the gallbladder out.
that's what I was gonna say. I won't do the feet and the tail. Then go for the gallbladder because it seemed like it'd be the
Hmm.
tricky
Hmm.
business here. And it's a sleight of hand check.
Uh-huh. The DC is fairly
No.
fairly good, fairly decent.
Well, then no, because I got 11.
11. You end up rupturing the gallbladder. Some of the you can salvage some of the bile, a little bit of it to get you
Okay.
probably your aunt could probably use it, but did get full use out of the feet and the tail.
All right. All right. All right. You know what? Might as well. I get a little jar out or a little vial and collect up what I can of some of the bile. I'm like, well, oops. You live and you learn. When some, when some, lose some. Wipe my hand in his tail. Put him in a little sack. uh, put my bow up. My sack will get ready to go. Before I leave, I'm not evil. I kneel down and I'm gonna say a little prayer to the three. Thank
All
them.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you return to the circle of life or the cycle,
All
whatever
right.
we refer to it as. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like I get it. Good life. And then I'm going about my business. Go back to my house this morning.
Okay. Ruse. Is there anything you would like to be doing, like specifically, while you guys are out in the town?
Not per se, but I do have one little thing by the end of the day before everybody splits up or whatever.
Okay.
I look over at Tyrese, hold up his little money bag, money roll, whatever the hell it was, and go, you been missing something?
He goes, he just kind of gives you that look like, damn. Just like, again?
I stuff it back in my pocket.
He he just kind of looks at you and gives you a look like, I guess. Like, I mean, I can't even be mad. Just like, fuck. All right. Well, does anybody have anything else before we wrap up tonight's session?
Um, anything else as far as where? Up to when? Up till
R-
now?
Up till
No.
now, or anything else that you would like to be having in mind or having going on leading up to, I guess, whatever events may be occurring this evening?
Well, we would have talked about what time to meet up, I suppose. What sort of time do we need for that? Because you said we're supposed to be there around well, he's gonna call. We're gonna be there around 9-ish, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, Ron. I don't know if you have a specific time. Doc was saying he didn't remember. I thought it was like 9 or 10 o'clock was something like that is what we said, but he said it was just nighttime.
Yeah, basically
But
it's
I'll
sundown, and so it's going to be the equivalent of sundown there since you're changing locations, but same time. So wherever sundown is in your all's location in that general area, that's when he's going to call you about an hour before that. So your best estimate would be probably around that 9 or 10 o'clock a range will be when the meeting will actually occur.
9, 10 o'clock solar time. Because he said it was same time. So 9, 10 o'clock solar time, we'd be good to go. So I was gonna head out that way at like 8. You know what I'm saying? That way we're there when he calls. We can get where we need to be. We got time. Scan through his ships and make sure they ain't setting nothing up, right? You know what I mean?
Were there restrictions on who went?
What do you mean?
To meet up with Mr. Nobody?
Oh no, he just said better show up, nigga.
Yeah, I was gonna say not that I know that or just Doc. I feel like we've been plotting on going the whole time, so I think we were
Yeah.
allowed to go. But
Yeah,
maybe
he
not.
never said gave you any parameters. He was just like, I'm here waiting on you.
Yeah. So you bring this guy. We get Scooby. We'll be Exodexo tomorrow. We'll meet up at like 7:30. Like I said, after that, you go out, do dinner, do whatever. After dinner, we'll meet up, get to going.
You think we'll need any more help?
Uh, who you thinking? Barry in the squad?
Well, Musashi's kind of down for the count right now.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, if they wanna come along, tag along. I don't want to. I think I offered one of them a job. Barry, and not dead Barry. I told him he could work for me. So yeah, what? Yeah, you can come along. Not dead. You want to bring your boyfriend? He can come. And this, I'm not even in charge of this, really. So I guess if the other guys want to come or not come or anything, well, you ain't gotta ask me.
At least have him around for backup or something.
Got you. The Ruse Cruise, I got you.
Well, all
On
right.
the squad.
So it sounds like just primarily just kind of doing some whatnot, having some downtime, hanging out until some shit might or might not go down tonight.
During the day, I'm gonna go see if Jackie wants the parts
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, and if she doesn't, sell them. And then I was gonna go for the early morning, afternoon to this other planet, to Apollo, subplanet Apollo, and see if I can meet the guy about the thing.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, then I will plan for that for next session then. Get all that lined out for you. That way you have somewhere to go. And then I'll have all the details ready for this Mr. Nobody encounter.
Let's go. We'll wrap this up.
I know those are
He's
shortest
nobody.
vacation.
It's sub vacation. This is preemptive vacation. It's when
Pre-vacation.
you go. Yeah, this is when you're going on
Pre-vacay.
vacation at the end of the week, so you don't give a fuck by Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? It's almost vacation. Like I ain't even gonna do nothing today. I showed up and clocked in. That's it.
Facts. Facts. Shit. Well, we're going to end that episode right there, ladies and gentlemen, on the stream. Let's go.